Hey, I don't know what time it is where you are, but I know this message found you for a reason. Maybe you're tired. Maybe your heart feels heavy in a way you don't even know how to explain anymore. And before I say anything else, I just want you to know this. You're not weak for feeling this way. You're human, and God sees you right now. I'm Sophie, and I'm not here as a preacher or someone who has everything figured out. I'm just someone who has walked through long nights, unanswered prayers, and seasons where I wondered if God had forgotten me. I've cried on the floor, I've questioned, I've waited longer than I thought I could survive. So when I speak to you, I'm speaking from a place of knowing, not judging. God told me to tell you this: the delay you're in is not denial. I know it feels like everything is on pause, like everyone else is moving forward while you're stuck repeating the same prayers, the same pain, the same questions. You keep asking God, why is this taking so long? I asked that too, more times than I can count. And sometimes the only answer I got was silence, but I learned something in that silence. God was working deeper than I could see. Right now, you might feel overlooked, forgotten, like you're doing your best to obey God, to stay faithful, to keep your heart soft, and yet nothing seems to change. Please hear me gently. Obedience doesn't always bring immediate results, but it always brings growth, and growth is never wasted. Not one tear you've cried has been ignored. Not one night you stayed strong when you wanted to give up went unseen. There were seasons in my life where I thought, if God really loved me, this wouldn't hurt so much. But later, I realized something powerful. God wasn't hurting me. He was healing me, slowly, carefully, in ways I didn't understand at the time. Sometimes God has to slow us down to protect us. Sometimes he has to keep a door closed because we're not ready for what's behind it yet. You're not behind. I need you to let that sink in. You're not behind in life. You're not late. You're not missing your destiny. God's timing doesn't rush and it doesn't panic. It unfolds with intention, even when it feels painful, even when it feels unfair. If you're in a season of suffering, please don't believe the lie that it means you've failed. Some of the strongest people I know were shaped in hidden places, quiet places, places where no one applauded them, places where they had to learn how to trust God without seeing the outcome. I had to learn that too. God had to teach me patience before he gave me peace. He had to teach me surrender before he gave me clarity. You might be praying for answers, but God might be building your character. You might be asking for relief, but God might be strengthening your faith. You might be begging for the breakthrough, but God might be preparing you so the breakthrough doesn't break you. I know how hard it is to keep believing when you don't see progress. I know how exhausting it feels to wake up every day and choose faith again, but choosing faith in the middle of uncertainty, that's powerful. That kind of faith moves heaven. That kind of faith changes you from the inside out. God is not punishing you. He's preparing you. There is purpose in this season, even if you can't see it yet. There is meaning in your waiting. There is wisdom being formed in you right now that you will one day be grateful for. One day you'll look back and realize that the very thing you thought was holding you back was actually shaping you for something greater. Please don't give up on God just because the process is uncomfortable. Growth often feels like loss before it feels like gain. Healing often feels messy before it feels peaceful. And faith sometimes feels quiet before it feels strong. If your heart feels wounded, God is gentle with wounds. If your spirit feels tired, God gives rest. If your hope feels fragile, God protects it. You don't have to have all the answers tonight. You don't have to feel strong right now. All you need is a willing heart, just a small whisper that says, God, I still trust you, even here. That prayer is enough. It always has been. I want you to know this too. You are deeply loved, not for what you do, not for how strong you are, not for how well you hold everything together. You are loved simply because you are God's, and nothing can change that. I've been in seasons where all I could do was hold on to that truth, and somehow it carried me. God carried me, step by step, night by night, until the light came back, and it will come back for you too. So tonight, take a deep breath, let your shoulders relax. You don't have to fight anymore. God is already fighting for you. Trust him with the timing, or trust him with the process. Trust him with your heart. You are becoming more than you realize. You are closer than you think, and this story is not over yet. May God cover you with peace tonight. May he heal what hurts, restore what feels broken, and remind you that you are never alone. Stay close to him. Stay gentle with yourself. And if you need encouragement again, stay connected. You don't have to walk this journey alone. Before we continue, I want to pause for a moment and speak to you honestly, heart to heart. This channel has been demonetized by YouTube. That means we no longer earn anything from ads, even though we continue to show up late at night, quietly writing and sharing these messages with everything we have inside us. There's no big team here, no studio, just faith, prayer, and a deep desire to remind you that God has not forgotten you. We didn't create this space for money. We created it because God placed something on our hearts and we said yes. But being honest with you matters to us. Creating these videos takes time, energy, and emotional strength. And if you feel led, if this space has brought you comfort even once, you can help keep it alive. If you'd like to support us, you can join our membership on Patreon or use the PayPal link in the pinned comment. There is absolutely no pressure. Your presence here already means so much, but your kindness, whether through support, sharing, or even a simple comment, truly keeps this space going and allows us to continue creating gentle, faith-filled messages for you. From the bottom of our hearts, thank you, truly. Every kind word, every prayer, every bit of encouragement reminds us that what we're doing matters, and it gives us the strength to keep showing up for you even when it's hard. Now, let's continue. I want you to lean in for this part because it's important. God sees how long you've been holding on. He sees how tired your faith feels sometimes. He sees how you smile on the outside while your heart is still healing on the inside. And God is not disappointed in you for being weary. There were moments in my life where I loved God deeply, but I was exhausted from waiting. I believed, but I was tired of being strong. I prayed, but I felt like nothing was moving. And in those moments, I thought something was wrong with me. I thought maybe my faith wasn't enough. But God showed me something so gentle, so freeing. Faith is not pretending everything is okay. Faith is choosing to trust God even when it's not. If you're in a season where you're obeying God, but you don't understand Him, you're not failing, you're growing. Obedience often feels confusing before it feels rewarding, and sometimes the bravest thing you can do is keep trusting God without clarity. You don't see the full picture yet, and that's okay. God is working in ways you can't measure right now. He's aligning things you don't even know to pray for. He's removing what would have hurt you later. He's shaping your heart so you can handle the blessings you've been asking for. I know the waiting feels heavy. I know the silence feels loud, but silence does not mean absence. Some of God's deepest work happens quietly. If you feel hidden, you're not forgotten. If you feel delayed, you're not denied. If you feel broken, you're not beyond healing. There is purpose even in this. One day you'll look back and realize God was building strength where you thought there was only struggle. He was planting wisdom where you thought there was only loss. He was teaching you how to lean on Him instead of your own understanding. And yes, it hurts sometimes. Yes, it feels lonely sometimes. Yes, it's okay to admit that. God can handle your honesty. You don't have to perform for Him. You don't have to sound strong in your prayers. You can come to Him exactly as you are, confused, tired, hopeful, hurting, and He will not turn you away. Please don't quit in the middle of becoming who you prayed to be. What God has planned for you requires a heart that's been refined, a faith that's been tested, and a spirit that knows how to trust Him even when the path is unclear. You are being prepared for something meaningful, something lasting, something that will make sense later, even if it doesn't right now. So tonight, breathe. Let God carry what you've been carrying alone. Let Him hold the weight of your questions. Let Him be close to you in this moment. You are not late. You are not invisible. You are not alone. And if this message spoke to you, if it brought even a little peace to your heart, I gently invite you to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and share it with someone who might need encouragement tonight. And if you feel comfortable, comment Amen below, not as a ritual, but as a quiet way of saying, God, I trust you, even here. Your presence here matters more than you know. May God wrap you in peace tonight. May He renew your strength, soften your worries, and remind you that He is still writing your story. Stay close, stay hopeful, and remember, you are deeply loved, and this journey is leading somewhere beautiful.